Good afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday. Great day, hotter than hell. I'm Scott Steen, lead handicapper, winnersandwhiners.com.
And I'm your co-host, Scott Rochelle, senior handicapper over winnersandwhiners.com.
This is Back to the Window, a show that we do each and every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, heading you in the right direction, hopefully guiding you in that journey to head back to the window. Scott, is it hot there in New York?
It's about, I don't know, 70 degrees.
Don't say it.
And
Don't
windy.
say it. Jesus Christ.
It's about 70 degrees, a little bit of wind. But
David Good. There's a guy that doesn't want to hear two people that are whining because it's in the 90s. He's out there in Phoenix. 1777 memorabilia checking in. What's up, brother? JC Stone in the house. Is this a must win for the Celtics? Shut up.
I did hear it's very tough to beat a team 4 times, So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, man. Eric says, let's hit the farm today.
Should have hit it yesterday.
David says it's hot. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah.
It was a hell of a read. It just didn't work out.
It really was. And I had a pretty good read on Justin Steele. I thought he was going to have a good outing. He did. I thought Darvish would suck. He didn't. And the Cubs bullpen just said, "Oh, there's a bet. I think I'll take a big fucking steaming pile on it." So there you go. We need to call the cops on the Celtics. What a weird game that was. I had the third quarter play, and it was the only quarter that the Golden State Warriors did not win.
Yeah.
So thanks very much. That's this business, Scott. No matter how good you're running, no matter how good of a read you have on something, it keeps you humble, man. Because you think about the time you think you know a little something, you don't know nothing. Now
I had Looney props, and he picked up 3 fouls in 3 minutes. So.
Yeah, that wasn't ideal. You and I, though, we did call the side and total correctly. We thought it would be correlated. We thought Golden State would win and cover. We talked about that cover streak, about how the point spread is basically meaningless when it's less than 6 points. And we thought if Golden State won, it would stay under the total, as Boston would not be able to get to 100. All those things came true. So a mixed bag for patting ourselves on the back, but it's good to be here, guys. We'd appreciate it if everybody would take a minute, smash that like button, give us the like, give us the thumbs up, get subscribed to both of our channels. We know you're here on the Max Wagers Network. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do, and click the bell, because I know there's people out there that they get doing shit. They forget when we're going to be on, and you get that notification that tells you when we're coming on. It's very handy. Also tells you when we put up any kind of brand new content. And of course, check winnersandwhiners.com. Make sure you subscribe over to that YouTube channel as well. Tons of great content there, including me and Scott's daily video each and every day. David said he won yesterday on the Royals sucking. Yep, going to win today on the bad Royals. Yep, you're laying the wood today, my friend.
Well, that was my play that I got it at minus 120 for the run one for San Francisco.
Very good.
I'm assuming money came in on San Francisco. Of course, if you shop around, you're going to see a bunch of different lines all over the place.
My mama told me that you better shop around.
Yeah, you better shop around. But
what happened to your lights? What did you do? What happened?
What do you mean?
Oh, you're just this is screens you're looking at on the computer.
Yeah, I guess it ricochets. But either way, I was looking at the Giants as my play today. I'm trying to find the line. It's still minus 120 on DraftKings, which I still think is a little too low, because the Royals are the worst road team in the league, and they're not very good to begin with.
Yes.
And San Francisco has been solid. Logan Webb has that massive streak. Or I know it's not exactly a streak anymore because he lost once. What is he now? Like 23-1 at home? His last 24 or something. But you're going to give me minus 120 fading Bubic. I don't exactly mind doing that,
Watch that Bubic. You watch him. Watch that Bubic, because he'll jump up and bite you.
He might, but he doesn't go length anyway. So
He's still got an ERA over 10, right?
No, it's like 9 now.
Oh, yeah, he's on a heater.
Yeah, he's on a heater.
Absolutely on it. G Money wants to know why bench players shoot threes in the final minutes.
They get to say that they scored an NBA Finals game.
It kills the clock. Well, because if you take a shot, it puts you in the stat line.
You think Luke Cornett is ever going to take another shot in the NBA Finals? Of course he was going to shoot it from the corner. Whether it was going to go in or not is a separate story. But yeah, he was going to get his time to shine, and he made the shot.
Yeah. That's not good. Not good. It was it's good, if you had a total there, anything, that was.
It was only for alternatives, realistically.
Yeah.
I don't think it really made an impact on anything else.
Or live.
Yeah.
If you were playing something live, I guarantee you that fucked somebody.
I'm sure it did.
Inside G Money. Hey, don't forget to check out all the great offerings at the Max Wagers Network. It's going to be starting off noon every day, Eastern time, with Sean Higgs doing midday money, Allie Burns at 1 o'clock, giving everybody morning wood. At 2 o'clock, Chris and I talking about parlays. At 3 o'clock, Scott and I bringing you back to the window. 4 o'clock is the indomitable Sean Miller talking about soccer and F1 from around the globe. And, of course, 5 o'clock, bringing it all home is Detroit Lenny and Nick and Tim Earl with Game Time Decision. So check out all that great content available exclusively at the Max Wagers Network YouTube channel. Scott, you and I will be on Total Chaos here later today with Allie Burns. You'll be from your usual comfortable studio. I will be in the parking lot sweating my ass off waiting for Loverboy to take the stage as I see Loverboy, Oreo, and Sticks. So I know anybody that watched me and Chris already know this part of the story where that's what I'm doing tonight. So yes, I'm old. Yes, I enjoy classic rock, although I see a lot of different bands, but this just happens to be one. And they have priced it for boomers, Scott. They've really like $300 for the ticket.
I guess you can say that you're sailing away.
Yes, I'm sailing away.
Yeah,
absolutely true. So you're watching an old band when Chris and I talked about this. Like the guys that I consider the new members of the band have been there like 20 years.
Set an open course.
Stop. What are you now? Ninja said Celtics in Game 6. Then the Warriors win the finals.
If you want to go based on what the point spread is, Vegas agrees with you because Boston's favored to win the game. Do you want to take Boston? Because I feel like Golden State has a decent shot to win Game 6.
I do too.
I'm not laying the points with Boston. I'll tell you that much.
Golden State is a team that's won a road playoff game in 25 straight series now?
They already have, but
I don't understand that. Yes, I know they've already checked their box for that one.
But I'm assuming we're going to go into the game. We're actually saving part of that game yesterday for a couple of segments today. But yeah, Boston right now does not really have many things that are going well. Can I say that?
Yes.
They've been outplayed in almost every aspect besides rebounding on occasion.
3-point shooting in the third quarter.
I was going to say that's basically it. But if you just go by the last couple of games, Golden State's gotten more and more comfortable, and Boston's gotten less and less comfortable. And I think that's extremely concerning.
Agreed. One final thing before we get talking about what happened yesterday. I want to remind everybody about the great deal over at Caesars. You know the drill by now. $1,100 first bet. Got to be new player. Got to be first bet. Use the code CZR15. That's Caesar 15. That link is available, or the code is available in our description, as is the link that'll take you right there. You got to be 21. Blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. It's a great deal. If you haven't used it yet, I'm sure most of our players have already utilized it if they have the ability. But if we got some new people watching, got some new people listening, you want to make a big play. Maybe you got one to load up on the NBA game tomorrow night. Whatever. You got something you normally wouldn't bet that much, but you go ahead. It's guaranteed. I'm going to take a shot at it. This is the time to do it. So check out the great deal there at Caesars. So Scott, we've been teasing it a little bit. Let's find out what happened, man. Let's find out. Check in with yesterday's action as we learn who were the winners, who were the whiners, who were the people that took it in the shorts, who were the people that took it to the bank. You know who you were. Now you just got to call the cops. All right. Well, let's fire it up in the majors, a play that was near and dear to our hearts. Scott, if you have the Diamondbacks, team total over 4.5 against the Reds and their wonderful bullpen. By the way, statistically, Scott, worst bullpen in baseball.
Yep.
Scored 4 runs in the first 4 innings. That's right where you want to be. Neither one of us sent a jinx text to the other one, by the way, so you cannot blame it on us. But Scott, for the next 5 innings, they did not a thing. 4 runs out the door. That's going to do it. You had over 4.5. You've trailed the farm. If you tailed the farm, so sorry. Let's all get out our phones together and call the cops.
And if you had the Pirates plus 1.5 against the Cardinals, you led 5-0 after 5 innings. So as long as St. Louis doesn't go nuts, then you should at least cover, or maybe Pittsburgh just wins outright. The one thing you can't have is giving up 7 unanswered runs. And the Pirates went from up 5 to down 2, and you lost your plus 1.5.
You went from thar she blows to thar she blows. Not good, Pirates. arguably the toughest beat of the day. And finally, if you just want to bet on bad teams, well, you could have done it. You could have played the trifecta yesterday. Because if you had the Tigers first 5 plus a half a run against the White Sox, they led 3-2 after 4. You know your job, Tigers. Just don't give up 2 runs in the fucking 5th inning. Can you do that? Tigers, no. No, we cannot do that. So sorry. Tigers, you're up 3-2. Into the 5th, you're down 4-3. You've had the Tigers on the reverse run line first 5, suck a bag of dicks. You're done.
I don't mind the play anyway because Lance Lynn was making his first start of the season. He was not very good.
Yep.
But Detroit, there's a reason why the team's record is pretty bad. It's because you can't really trust them to do anything for more than an inning or 2.
Can't score.
Yeah.
Can't score. Pitching's hurt. Pitching has been disappointing. Take your pick.
Besides that, they're fine.
Yeah, other than that, they can't pitch. They can't hit. Fielding isn't good, but other than that, I like the cut of their jib.
Miguel Cabrera got to 3,000. I feel like the season ended at that point.
So there was some good news out there yesterday, Scott. There were the people that had it sussed out correctly, had it handicapped well, and everything worked out just like they said it would. You know who you were. You got to spend Monday night sitting in the rocking chair.
So the first one was the NBA game yesterday. If you had the under 211, 3 quarters had less than 50 points, and the game landed 198.
Yep. You know, it seemed like that third quarter was just a monster. They were Boston hit every 3. They were kind of trading threes for a while. 59 points.
Yeah.
You know, I looked up, I go, fuck, that'd be like 70 points. Nope, 59.
It was based on pace. Once again, these teams have just been playing slower as the games have gone on.
Well, and we talked about that. Golden State is a team that likes to really push the ball up the court and put the defense on their heels. But if they don't have an easy look, after that first surge, and then they're going to pass, and they're going to pass, and they're going to cut, and they're going to do back cuts, and that's what they do. So, if you had the Blue Jays on the run line against the Orioles, we talked about this. Orioles going north, not a good team, and they showed it yesterday as the Blue Jays led 9-0 after 5 innings, and they end up winning 11-1. You have the Blue Jays on the run line, money line, first 5, second 5, whatever the fuck you had there. You had a nice, easy winner.
I mentioned Manoah as a dark horse for the AL Cy Young, and he gave up 1 hit in I think the first 5 or 6 innings. So Baltimore didn't touch him, but I can't say I'm exactly surprised. But if you had the Braves and Nationals over 10, you had 10 runs in the first 5 innings, and the game landed at 14.
Yep. Couldn't be afraid about that unusual 10 that we saw. We talked about that yesterday. You don't see 10s very often outside of Wrigley or Coors. Yep. Occasionally at Fenway, you'll see a 10, but that's a rare number, especially this year when the scoring has been down. But again, weather heating up, balls are starting to fly, starting to put some runs on the board. So we got to talk about this, Scott. This threw me earlier in the week, and it continues to be fucking stupid. Let's find out who it is. Who's wearing the golden feed bag today? Who are you? Step up and be proud and wear your award with pride, you donkey of the day. So, Scott, Adam Silver's done a lot of good stuff for the NBA, turned it into a definite moneymaker, getting their players paid. Viewing is up, ratings are up. But the scheduling with the finals is just making me fucking crazy. Number 1, Game 5 should have been on when, Scott?
It should have been Sunday.
Should have been Sunday. Absolutely right. Sunday night's your TV night. I mean, what are you going up against? Wide World of Disney?
You're not competing with hockey. Hockey starts Wednesday.
Right. So, of course, they scheduled the NBA Game 6, Scott. We played on Monday. So you think we would, of course, play again on when?
Tomorrow, Tuesday. Wednesday.
Yeah, you would think. But no, Scott. We're going to play on Thursday. That's right. The one NBA game in 5 days. What the fuck are we doing here? Guys, it is getting towards the end of June. Let's wrap it up. We've all had a fun season, but it started in October. It's almost July. Fucking TikTok. Let's go.
It's one thing if you want to say, well, there's an extra travel day involved. When you phrase it 1 game in 5 nights, That's absolutely absurd,
Yes.
especially when you're getting into the actual, I would say, meat and potatoes of the series. It's an elimination game now. You're looking forward to a lot of drama. But they've been killing momentum the entire series, and you can kind of live with it because you were still waiting to see how these teams would feel each other out. You're at the point where they've already done the feeling out process.
Yeah.
We just have one day off and just have the game.
You know who is able to pull that off, Scott?
Who?
Hockey. Fucking game, travel, game, travel, game. Fucking let's go.
The hockey regular season schedule is ridiculously bad, but the playoff schedule, I think they actually do pretty well.
Yeah.
Of course, they had a long layoff leading into the Stanley Cup because the Lightning 1-6, the Avalanche 1-4. A lot of the series did not go to 7, so that's why you've had some time off. But one game in 5 nights?
Ridiculous.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Probably saw it last year. We just didn't realize it.
I was going to say, the only thing I could think of is maybe in the conference finals if both teams just sweep and they don't move up the actual finals. But, I mean, one game in 5 nights is just crazy.
Fucking knock it off. All right, very good. So many categories we could have put this in. We have to talk about this. Another setback.
I had to bring it up, right?
I know. Oh yeah, you absolutely have to. Let's find out who it is. You can't be mad. You can't be mad, but you can definitely be disappointed. So, Scott,
that's kind of worthy of the alarm bells going off. There's a lot of layers to unpack with this one.
We have pretty good jobs. You and I both enjoy what we do. We're well compensated. We have fun. It's a blast. But you look at people out there, and every once in a while you run across somebody, they have a job. You say, you know what? I wish I had that job. That'd be a great job. Third string quarterback in the NFL jumps to mind. Somebody that holds the clipboard all year.
I know you're just thinking of Chase Daniel, but it's fine.
So here's a guy with a pretty good job, Scott. Can I interest you in Steven Strasburg? And he signed a deal 3 years ago, 7 years, $245 million.
Post World Series.
That's everybody
World Series MVP.
World Series high. That works out to I don't know what 36 million a year, something like that.
It's definitely north of
35.
I was gonna say around like 34, 35.
So he's in his 3rd year. And in those 3 seasons that he's been paid in mid 30 millions per year, Scott, he's made 8 starts. 8 starts for let's just take a stab at it and say for $105 million. He's made 8 starts for $105 million, my friend. That is what is that? Somewhere in the neighborhood of 13 million a start. Roughly.
Give or take. I mean, you have to break it down. It does come out to around 34, 35 million a year.
Yep.
So, if you want to break that down accordingly, that's going to be about 105 million divided by 8.
Yep.
So, let me see what we got here. 105.
14's one.
It's about 13.1 million per start.
Yeah, 13's 104. So again, I love my job. I love what I do. I would leave every one of you in a fucking heartbeat and never, ever talk to any of you again.
Did you mention the part that he got injured again yesterday?
No, I haven't even brought that up yet.
Okay. Because the contract itself stands there, but there's a reason why we're using today as the
I talk about it now, boys.
Yeah.
Because he made 1 start this season. Scott, he's hurt again.
He got shelled also in that start.
He got shelled. He was supposed to start again yesterday.
Yeah.
And he got scratched. And now he's on the IL again.
Bullpen session.
Following a bullpen session.
Yep.
So we'll see if he pitches again. We talk about bad contracts all the time. Is this the worst contract in the history of baseball?
I definitely think it's bottom 3.
It has to be.
You can talk about Chris Davis, of course. That's a given. The Bonilla one's a fun joke. I don't think it's a bottom 3 contract of all time. But you know what I mean? Like, of course, those are the fun ones. But I think of the Yankees with Ellsbury, which was a ridiculously bad one. You have the Angels with Rendon, the Angels with Pujols, the Angels with Hamilton. There's a lot of really bad contracts with the Angels.
You got games out of those guys.
You got games. Hamilton, I don't know if he got many games out of.
No,
he had the drug rehab stuff again.
Rendon struggled, and Pujols was good at the beginning.
Bauer, good call by memorabilia. You got the Bauer contract.
Oh,
I also don't know how much of that's
Nice
being
job,
voided.
memorabilia.
I don't know how much that's being voided though.
Yeah, we'll see how much
they might get out of that somewhat unscathed. But paying a guy 7 years, $245 million to start 8 times, and to also not be great in those starts, and I guess I'd say argument that you could have for the Nationals, they were going to sign him or Rendon, so they were screwed either way.
Yeah.
They also signed Patrick Corbin, and Corbin's contract's also bottom 5 right now.
He's been off.
Not all time, but right now, in active contract. So, yeah, the Nationals are in cap hell. They're going to be there for a long time, and the Strasburg contract is next level bad. I would not be surprised if he ends up missing the rest of the season.
Nope. Wouldn't. How could you be surprised at this point with him taking multiple months off with an injury? No way. So yeah, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, man. I'm just
memorabilia. That's the point. The point is that Strasburg won the ring before the contract. So even though he did, of course, win World Series MVP, you kind of have to ignore that with this contract because that happened beforehand. So there's a difference.
So let me ask you something, because it's never really talked about, but it's always kind of understood. How much of that contract is rewarding him for the World Series? I mean,
Strasburg was an injury-prone pitcher before it wasn't, of course, to this degree.
Right. And he wasn't, and he hadn't hit the big, gigantic contract yet.
No, but he had one of the best postseason pitching performances of all time. So if you wanted to ask me what I think was the boost to that contract, probably like 70%, 60%. He was still young. He was still very talented, but with the arm issues, I got to assume most teams would not have paid him that. And then he went full on, I don't even know what comparison I should make. Hershiser? Like, I don't even know. He was basically unhittable for the entire playoffs, even on short rest.
Right.
And they paid him accordingly. So if you want the boost, probably 60%.
As a Royals fan, I would probably say Madison Bumgarner.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. So congratulations, Steven Strasburg. Sorry about your injuries.
Congrats on the paycheck.
You'll be able to, how do you sleep at night? Gigantic bags of money. Gigantic pillows made of $100 bills.
It's good for your back. Very firm.
It is. So congratulations there. All right. So Scott, we just got some baseball tonight, and there are some big numbers out there as far as the odds go. Anything you like?
For baseball?
Yeah.
So to go through the actual card, of course, we have one game already taking place. Cardinals are beating the Pirates. What else is new? We are going to be saving one baseball game for later. No spoiler, though, because it's the only thing on TV tonight. But
Chris, by the way, Chris Lyons wants to know, why do colleges use aluminum bats, not wood? Money.
I was gonna say that's easy. NIL deals. They can't afford wooden bats anymore. I'm joking.
No,
I'm completely I'm trolling, but no, they just don't want to spend money on the whatever. Use the same metallic bat over and over again, and nothing happens.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They're expensive. They're probably more expensive for a good aluminum bat than a good wood bat, but you only have to buy one.
Yeah.
One per season, one per player. Because if you're in a college program, a major college program, you probably got 3 or 4 bats a person.
Probably
at what to say $250 a bat. I'm just pulling it out of my ass.
I'm assuming some athletes also probably bring their own, right? I mean, if you've been swinging one bat throughout high school and you think it's a lucky bat, I'm sure you might bring it with you.
Maybe, although aluminum bats, you have to replace them because they'll get dented and they'll kind of lose their structural integrity a little bit. So. As a girl dad who's bought a few $300 softball bats, I fucking have a little bit of experience in this area. But that's the reason, Chris. And there's been calls for it because it's these guys have started throwing harder and hitting. Can you imagine hitting a 104 mile an hour fastball with aluminum bat? How fast that's coming at you?
Yeah, I mean, that would be somewhere 120s.
Yeah. You're looking at exit velo of 118 and above probably. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah, the balls are missiles. Absolutely, Andrew. Some of those dingers lost next county. Yep, absolutely true.
It's the closest to juice ball era you're going to get because pop-ups in college baseball look like they end up going 400 feet.
And, Chris, I'll add this to your question. I hate the sound of them. I hate the tink, tink.
Yeah.
tank. I want to hear that. I want to hear that satisfying smack. I want to hear that go up my spine. So, Bruce has got the Braves and Dodgers parlay today. A couple of big favorites. And there are a bunch of big favorites out there.
We're not exactly big fans of Syndergaard. He's been okay, but he's had moments where he's been really good, mostly in the start of the season, and he's kind of fallen back down to earth recently. Gonsolin's been very good.
I backed Syndergaard after his kind of hot start there.
He got shelled against Texas, didn't he?
Yeah, went out, was horrible. So he's not quite dead to me, but he's wounded. Yeah, he lasted 2/3 of an inning, gave up 6 runs, 4 earned, 4 hits, 2 walks. So suck a bag of dicks.
Well, one of my favorite plays tonight, it's the game after theory. It's obviously going to be Arizona team total over.
Going to be a monster night.
Against Molly? Of course.
10, 12 runs.
Game after theory, they'll put up 3 in the first inning or so.
Chris, God love him. See, that's why his job is so hard, because he's got to come up with so many fucking plays. He's got the Reds in that game. I'm like, I wouldn't touch that with your dick. Just
game after theory.
Yeah.
It's done so well for us. But
look for Arizona. That's what we should do. Whatever play that we put up and lose on, we just put it up again the next day.
Pretty much. We're batting close to 800.
It's got to be.
But if you want to go through the rest of the card, I am looking at St. Louis game 2,
okay.
-1.5. 101 degrees, by the way, in St. Louis. Rough.
I'm aware.
I'm just saying, throwing it out there. Not fun. But Wilson's on the mound for Pittsburgh. He's been awful. Mikolas has actually been very good, which, good for him. He missed most of last year with an injury. He's responded well. And I think the Cardinals are obviously the much better team. So I'll take the Cardinals there. Besides that, I am looking at the over in the White Sox-Tigers game. I know the Tigers aren't great at hitting, but you have Drew Hutchinson on the mound in a total of 7.5.
Yeah.
I got to lean over there. We know the White Sox bullpen's been a mess recently. I think that total's too low.
Yeah, you're seeing a 7.5, and Cease is kind of a hit and miss guy. He's been good lately as far as his earned runs. However, Chris and I went through this last time. In his last time out, he gave up 0 earned but 6 runs. So it wasn't ideal there as they kind of, and that's no home runs, by the way.
Not good.
It's kind of hard to do. Braves and Dodgers, got Braves and Dodgers.
You go back to Toronto. I mean, Kikuchi has been struggling a bit recently, so I'm looking at the team total over for Toronto. I just assume Lyles is going to get shelled tonight.
Yeah, I think that's the assumption. You have to go in with that assumption. But the Cooch got lit up by the Royals last time.
That's why I'm looking at team totals, because
just
get lit up by the Royals, I might consider going in a different direction.
No question, like into a different profession, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps.
What are we going to get there? 5.5?
Probably, yeah. It's high, but maybe you can look for a first 5 team total.
Is REO in Kansas City tonight? Yes, Chris, they are here with sticks. That's right, buddy. It's going to be, and I've seen sticks like many, many times, even lately, but REO doesn't travel as much, at least here. So I am, believe it or not, fairly excited to see REO. And I've seen, and make sure you know this, I've seen both of these bands well into the double digits.
They finally found me.
It's what I grew up on in the 70s in Arena Rock. So anyway, Noah will get cracked tonight. Probably, Bruce. I wouldn't doubt that a bit.
Do you think the Dave Roberts "we need to play better" speech is going to resonate?
Neither one.
Neither.
I don't think. I mean, we need to play better.
We're too talented to be losing this many games. Really,
that's why they're paying the big bucks.
Very perceptive. You only won a title because it was a shortened season. Congratulations.
God. I mean, I don't want to go through every division leader, but how many of these division leading teams are you really in love with right now? Milwaukee's playing horrible baseball.
I got 2.
The Twins are stepping on their dicks. You got the Yankees and the Dodgers. That's about it, right?
I actually like the Mets more than the Dodgers.
Like the Mets more than the Dodgers?
I actually really like this Mets team. And as a Yankees fan, of course, I'm not being New York biased. As you know, Yankees fans are not exactly kind to the Mets. But if you think about all the people they've been missing, DeGrom hasn't pitched yet. Scherzer hasn't pitched in about a month and a half. I know that the Braves and the Phillies are playing very well, but they also have not gained much ground because the Mets have been really good as well.
Right.
I just think with the Mets missing their top 2 pitchers, that's a really good baseball team.
I agree.
I think the Yankees and the Mets are the 2 teams I'm the most thrilled with because the Dodgers, who's your closer? You're really going to throw Kimbrel out in some playoff games?
Yeah. No, they're not. They're going to go shopping at the deadline. No question.
But if you wanted my favorite 2, I go with the Yankees and the Mets in order.
Okay. So speaking of, yeah, I think
that Mets team's really good.
I agree. Let's talk about the Yankees. I want to transition to something Eric asked about. What are we going to get out of Garrett Cole tonight, Scott?
It's a great question. If you want to go for player props and back the historical matchups, whatever the hell G-Man Choi's home run prop is, because he owns Garrett Cole. But Cole's been the worst pitcher for the Yankees this season in the rotation, which sounds hilarious, but it's the truth. I mean, you look at the other starters, they've been really good. But Tampa seems to give him fits all the time. Now, Kluber was a former Yankee. He had the no-hitter last year. His control's been, I'd say, mediocre at this point.
Yeah.
Of course, he was known as being a very low walk guy pretty much his entire career. He's been okay so far this season, 3.88 ERA. He's not been good on the road, 5.09 on the road for the ERA. But he's been good recently. I mean, you can go down the line here. Last 3 starts, 6 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 innings, 3 runs. And one of the 6-inning 1-run starts was against the Yankees. So if you want to go for value, I actually don't mind Tampa. I know they're battling a bunch of injuries, and the Yankees' lineup's been very good. Maybe a team total over for Tampa.
That's exactly what they were asking about.
But I am not exactly interested in backing Cole, who's had issues against this team in the past, and based on recent performances, has really not been great.
Kevin Cronin looks like a 70-year-old woman. Just saying.
Okay.
He's not wrong. He's not fucking wrong. It doesn't help that he's working on his needlepoint backstage before the show. It really doesn't. Dodgers bats will wake up against a mediocre Angels team. Yeah, if there's a team where your bat should wake up, it's you have a good shot of being against the Angels and their rag arms there in the bullpen, especially.
They might not even need to. We've seen the Angels score no runs more than they should with Trout and Ohtani in the lineup.
I saw somebody going down the Bubich hole. Bubich 0-3 his last 3, 9 ERA. Yeah, I get it.
It's my play. It's my play of the day. I was going to take San Francisco. I mean, it's just how it's going to go. Give me Logan Webb at home. That's how I'm going to go
I will tell you, San Francisco better something right now. You guys should all feel fine because I'm laying off this game. I'm laying off this game. Bubich has burned me too many fucking times this year. I'm not touching it. So everybody betting the Giants on the money line, the run line, -3.5, you should all be fine.
They're top 10 in OPS against lefties. So
the Royals will look exactly like you think they're going to look. So very good. Anything else? I mean, the games that, have the closest odds are obviously, one of them was the Arizona game. Probably don't want to get too involved with that.
By the way, I have a brief rant really quickly because it's gonna segue into a game. It's not really a rant. It's more like a 1-sentence type of statement. Okay. Can you please stop wasting Sandy Alcantara's starts?
Oh, God.
Can Miami win a game with him on the mound?
I had him there. I had that.
Yeah, of course. He was amazing again last night.
Yep.
They lost anyway. Like, you're killing Alcantara out there. Come on, man. Win some games.
I had 2 great pitching performances last night just completely go to waste, and it was Alcantara and Justin Steele.
Just not right.
Nope. Just fucking...
But that's going to segue me into my thoughts tonight. I like Eflin. Rogers, we loved last year as a rookie, but he's been a mess.
Been a little bit of a problem. And that's, we've talked about this before, about that second season after everybody gets a look, everybody gets the book, especially if you get an off season for scouting departments to put together fucking game plans.
And Rogers also never really threw 99. So he can never rely on blowing it past hitters. I don't want to call him a finesse pitcher, but when you rely pretty heavily on some of the off-speed stuff, and you see that on film, I'm not surprised Rogers is getting less swings and misses with the off-speed stuff.
Right. Yeah, you're exactly right. So, yeah, not a ton of strikeouts. He has been not great all season. He's been, the one saving grace, if you wanted to back the fish, he's been decent on the road, 3.34 ERA, 1.31 WHIP. So there is a little hope if you're a road player, but if you want to play that game, Eflin has been just about unhittable at home with a 1.16 ERA and a .77 whip.
You're also getting a team that's won. It's either 10 of 11 or 11 of 12. I'm trying to remember which one it is.
A shit ton is.
They've won a lot of games ever since they switched managers. So you're getting the hotter team that has the better starting pitcher, at least based on current form, and the much better lineup because we know Miami can't hit. I think minus 145 sounds cheap. I would probably assume it should be around minus 160, minus 165.
Yeah. That's I just any kind of fate of Rodgers. And you think about the Philadelphia bullpen as their weak spot. You're looking at it statistically, Miami and Philadelphia very similar in ERA overall. However, Miami tends to suck more on the road. Philadelphia does a little better at home as far as the bullpen goes. And I think you're going to get more length out of Eflin here, and you have the potential for Eflin, I think, to step up and have a better start than Rodgers.
I agree.
Marlins 8-5 in the last 13. Yep, I get that. 10-1 last 11, Scott. So there you go. Bronco Devils is really excited about College World Series. He's got all his teams down there in the warm weather.
Let's go, Arkansas. Let's get it done.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have a rooting interest in that game, so I'll go with you there. But
it has Kansas in the title, so you have to root against them, don't you?
Yeah, that's yeah, I've got that. Well, I've still got the futures on them. So.
Oh, you did take Arkansas in the end?
Yeah, I probably didn't take it as substantial as you did, but I got a little sniff on Arkansas.
You couldn't really say no at that price.
No. Bronco Devils who likes Texas and Texas A&M? Who lives in Austin and roots for the Aggies?
Well, Texas, of course, has the preseason #1 angle.
Yeah.
And now they're facing Notre Dame.
That's not what I want to know. I want to know who roots for the. I want to know who lives in Austin and roots for A&M.
Well, I was saying gamblers would be rooting for Texas, but for most people, no. I feel like they're one of the best memes that are still going in college sports, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Mississippi looks good.
Well, the pitching's been great for Mississippi. I don't know if that's sustainable against better offenses than Southern Miss, but we'll see.
Good baseball team. They were favored.
I'm assuming the team that's the lowest on the power rankings is Oklahoma. Out of the teams remaining,
I would have guessed Notre Dame.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know for sure. I bet somebody out there knows. I think Tim's still in his funk. We haven't seen Tim in a couple of days. I worry about, but
he's mourning.
By the way, the Royals win. Got to see the hat. You remind me. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll trot out the hat for the show. I can't do it for this show because I have to wear the headset. That's the only reason I don't wear the hat on the afternoon show. If you guys ever wondered, because I'm wearing the headset. I got to be able to hear Scott. So, David Good is an Arkansas graduate. Very nice. Go to Arkansas, you're in good shape, and there's a fucking hilly campus. That's what I noticed about it when I went down to Fayetteville.
By the way, we were right about Stanford absolutely smacking the crap out of UConn yesterday.
Oh yeah,
didn't get off to a good start. They done 3-0 in the top of the first, but
that's nothing.
I was going to live bet the game. I was in an Uber and I checked FanDuel to try to live bet the thing. See Stanford as the bases loaded, and Stanford was like, I don't even know, like minus 120, like minus 2.5. Next pitch, grand slam. And I'm like, all right. It went from like 4-2 to 8-2. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I missed the window. Or it was 4-3 to 8-3. I'm like, all right, my bad. One pitch, grand slam. Like, all right, that's not exactly what you want to see when it's loading for you to bet the thing.
Nope.
I was surprised Oregon State lost yesterday.
Yeah, I kind of was too.
Good win for Auburn.
Been some upsets, man. There've been some upsets.
Driving, because it's baseball.
Yep, absolutely true. So, anything else you want to talk about before we do this? Before we light this candle?
Well, Bill's talking about the Lightning. We'll probably save that for tomorrow. You have any thoughts on the actual series? I'm taking Tampa in 6.
Tampa in 6?
Yeah.
Somebody actually wanted to know about that bet. You know, Tampa in 6 plays plus 550.
I think Tampa's going to win the series.
Somebody asked that on the show with Chris last time about Tampa minus 1.5 is plus 225. But
Colorado, of course, solid team. They have a bunch of injuries. Kadri's going to be out for the entire Stanley Cup Finals. They're missing a couple of defensemen. Gerard, of course, is going to be out. And they don't really have an official starting goalie at the moment because Kempfer might be back, but I don't know who you use. And you're against the best goalie of this generation. That's a bit of a mismatch in my book in favor of Tampa.
Okay.
Not to mention the fact that Braden Point, who's been Tampa Bay's I don't even know, like third best player, second best player for the last couple of years, has missed the last 2 series, and now he's supposed to be back at some point in the series, maybe even game 1. He's been practicing with the team every day. So Tampa's getting reinforcements. Colorado's missing pieces, and Tampa's been there before. I gotta like the Lightning to win the series. It's very tough to pass on them.
Okay. I think if you wanted to play it that way, I think you play 4-2 exactly. I still think this Colorado team is good enough that I don't see them winning less than 2 games.
I think it'll be a fun series, but I think Tampa wins in either 6 or 7.
Bronco Devil singing his Johnny Cash song. I've been everywhere, man. Baltimore, New York City, Buffalo, Phoenix, Houston, Columbus, Dallas, Cleveland, and Austin. Dude, oh yeah, he worked in radio. I was like, what the fuck did you do? But oh no, TV. I think he did TV stuff. So,
are you taking Tampa in that series?
No.
Do you think Colorado pulls it out?
Yeah, I do. But you know what?
The Clark people made you soft.
That's probably true. That's probably true because I listen to the show before I'm on there, and I hear the Avalanche segment. So I am kind of biased in my information intake. I'll be the first to admit it. So.
I'm not saying they're a bad team, of course. Colorado is a top 2 team in the league, but Tampa's the goalie mismatch is so notable.
That's the
point being back is so big.
Yeah,
I'm going Tampa.
That's huge. I don't blame you. So, any final thoughts?
No, not really. Let's wrap it up.
Tampa's tough. Should be tight. Yep, you're right, Andrew. I think so too. I think it probably goes 7 personally.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
But it would be bad for your bet. So,
well, I said 6 or 7. You can go exact on both and see what happens.
That's true. That's a good point. All right, kids. Well, we talked about it. Farm play did not go well yesterday. It was. I feel like it was one of those where we had it capped correctly, Scott.
And we did.
Just didn't work out. So it happens. It happens to the best of us. We've got to move on. It is time once again, kids. You know it, you love it. We do it every day at the end of the show. It's time for Scott and I. We put our heads together. We come up with our very best play. So put those overalls on, grab your straw hat, climb aboard your John Deere, get out the keys and fire that bad boy up, ladies and gentlemen, because once again, it is time to bet the farm. All right, there you go. Bet the farm. Guess what you're not wearing? Yep, there it is. Scott on the road. He's in front of the shed this week. Yeah. So no hat. Afternoon, everybody. So, Scott, after Arizona let us down, we do have another one cooked up for today. As you might suspect, I know this is going to shock no one. It is from the world of professional baseball. We're going to look at the Atlanta Braves. We're going to play the Braves on the run line. I never got a price on this. What's minus 130? Did you see a price?
Let me see.
Hang on, I got it right.
I know it was minus 130 in the morning.
Okay, yeah, I think that's what I saw when I looked at it.
Of course, now a lot of money's coming on Atlanta. But...
Yep, I got 150. Fantastic.
Okay. We saw 130 when we did it. So.
Yep. Okay, well, this better fucking hit. All right, guys. Well, the Braves, they've been playing really good baseball. In fact, they've been playing better baseball than anybody in the majors. They have won 12 straight. They are on a 12-game winning streak. The Nationals, not good. They are not good, and they are not good at home. They have lost 20 of 31 home games. That is 11-20 to you and me. Max Fried going for Atlanta. Max Fried is showing no ill effects of that injury. It looks like he's starting to put it together once again. His last 3 starts, 20 innings pitched, and an ERA of 0.90. Well done, Max Fried. And finally, the Braves, well, let's just say they do well against the Nationals. They are 15-6 in their last 21 meetings. We think the Braves continue to roll, and they continue to roll in fine fashion against, let's face it, a truly terrible Washington team. Braves are the road team, guaranteed 9 at-bats. That's why we like them to cover the run line.
And Soto got hurt yesterday. I know Albies broke his foot, but Soto fell down the stairs in the dugout yesterday.
That's right.
And had to be pinch run for, so there's no guarantee Soto's even going to play in this game. And if he's not playing, I don't know who's hitting for Washington.
It just keeps getting better and better, kids. So bet the farm on the Atlanta Braves minus the 1.5, minus 150. And that's going to do it for the Farm Play. That's going to do it for the show. Once again, we appreciate you guys stopping by and joining us. If you don't have an opportunity to watch us on video or in real time, we always are available in podcast form. You can just simply head to your favorite podcast distributor and download it. When you're there, of course, don't forget to rate and review and give us 5 stars, all that stuff. So Scott and I, we are going to take the night. Scott's going to watch some games. I'm going to go watch some classic rock and feel old. You guys have a great day. We'll be back and do it again tomorrow one more time, as Scott and I will do our very best to help you in that never-ending journey to head back to the window. Take care, everybody.